playing for St. Mary's, a team that has a rich history, a winning tradition. What can you bring from having already played in the CIS to this new team?
I think that just being already playing in the CIS is going to help a lot. Because as you know, a lot of our team is younger, so I'll be able to pass down some of my knowledge from what I've already learned with Coach Schmertz, SMU, and hopefully pass it on to the younger guys and just be a veteran leader.
I came here with my goal was to help mentor these young kids, and I really hope that I can accomplish that by the end of my time here.
Stefan, how excited are you to be a part of this expansion team?
I'm excited. We're starting from the bottom. We can only go up from here, and we just want to come out here and prove where we stand in the OUA, and that's our goal.
Yeah, it is. You know, one of the things in the AUS is every week, you know, if you played the team back to back, you know, you had to make adjustments and so on. This week you're making adjustments based on a new team. So it has a real different feel to it.
When you go into the season thinking that you have a good veteran team, and then you finish with a record like we did, it's frustrating, but if anything, the vet players rallied behind it, and it made us get after it even more this offseason.
Corey, how disappointing was last year?
I don't think about it much. It was definitely a heartbreaker, very depressing.
Now, coming off last season, in any way, shape, or form, do you consider this a rebuild year, or do you feel like you guys can realistically contend for a playoff spot and maybe a Yates?
Well, I think we should have a good opportunity. It's not like I came in here with the cupboard bare. And again, these kids have had some experience and had some success, so it's not like we're starting a whole new program. And so I would expect these guys to be able to step up and do something.
I love the new system. I mean, guys are getting used to it right now. There's a lot thrown at us these first few days, but guys are catching on and understanding the systems. We can do a lot of good things.
Again, the semifinals in 2011. We wanted to get further than that in 2012. That didn't happen, and the way we lost was just fuel. Just like it's always stings. Whenever it gets brought up, it's always a sting.
Well, first, what makes us so dominant is just the coaching we received. I mean, Coach Vespasiani's been to 7 Grey Cups, won 3 of them, coaching the CFL for a long time. He's had a lot of coaching experience, and then we went from that to getting Leroy Blue, who was an outstanding player in the CFL. So the coaching that we've received, throughout our playing careers, has been unbelievable. And then also we've all been playing, since the beginning, since our first time, out there, and just the experience that we've gained from that. We've seen a lot of downs, we've played in a lot of scenarios, and we've studied really hard a lot of film.
Now, you haven't been around the offense for too long, but judging from what you've seen from Miles Gibbon, William Austin, and the rest of the guys, what do you think you guys are going to be capable of this season?
The sky's the limit. I think we're going to be an explosive offense. I think we're going to put up a lot of points. The stats would be nice, but ultimately I just make the playoffs and see where we can go from there.
What's it like having a veteran like William Austin around, and have you been able to learn anything from him?
He's so helpful when it comes to football. He knows all his routes, he knows the playbook, back of his hand. Anything you do wrong, he lets you know, and it's a good thing because he's been here for 5 years.
New recruits that are coming in are working harder, they're coming out, they're living around your campus and making sure they're not missing any workouts, and we're starting to see the improvement every year. First 2 games, we started off slow last year. The last 4 to 6 games down the stretch, we were good, 100 yards each game. And I think this year's going to be even better.
Range what would be the farthest you'd be able to kick a field goal?
Right now, after this offseason's training, I'd probably say around 58, 59, and then I think would be my range on no wind, nothing like that.
Now, this isn't the usual case of a backup that hasn't played at all. You've actually gotten to play, and you've already proven yourself. So talk to me about how comfortable you already are in this offense.
Yeah, it's. I feel like I've kind of grown up in it. I didn't play football for a long time before I was in university, so the major developments that I've made as a player have come while I've been in this offense, and that's the offense has grown into me, and I've grown into it as well. We've kind of evolved into each other, and that's why I feel so comfortable. I can tell what Coach B he's going to call before he even gives me a signal in. I know what we want to run on certain downs and distances, and still be unpredictable at the same time. So,
are you the hardest hitter in the OUA?
I think so. I'd like to think so. A lot of other guys like to work. Maybe like to work as hard, but I definitely don't like to be outworked. So.
This season's going to be one of the most exciting seasons I feel like I've ever played in. With all these new guys stepping in, our offense has a lot of starters coming back. Our coaches are putting us in all the right positions, so I'm pretty excited. That season was one of the biggest fairy tale seasons I feel like I've ever been a part of. Just no one really expected us to be or do anything good. Then we come out, rip off a 7-1 season, and go to playoffs. Overtime win against Queens was the craziest thing I've ever been a part of. Fans from all over the place were just flooding into the stadium.
I just want to be that impact player, that spark on the team, to allow just to get the team going, make big plays, and score touchdowns.
How do you think that you're most able to contribute to the team?
I'm trying to be more of a leader this year, speaking up, talking to the young players, helping them out, because every player on the team is important. We need that to get through the season.
Training camp in the 5 years I've been here is definitely one of the best we've had so far.
What's it like playing for a program that has such a rich history and has been so successful over the last decade?
It's very exciting. That being said, you have to hold your level of play to a high standard.
Well, I mean, I think as a football player, when you play in high school, you understand the ripple effect as players come through a program and the ups and downs that a program can experience. But that tradition never changes, and I think that's exciting, and that draws a lot of players to Laurier. And myself as a veteran and getting a little bit older, especially the older guys, we're excited to bring that tradition back. We want to keep that going.
It's definitely been a huge transition. I've learned a lot here that I learned in OVFL, but I've definitely used what I've learned in the past and brought it here. Coach Cameron, I've learned a lot from him, and the veterans have definitely taught me a lot about transitioning to the next level and step up your game.
Well, I'm ecstatic. I haven't been this excited to play ball in a long time. It's been a long off season. Put in way too much work to not be excited about, so we're all pretty pumped up for the season.
Nick, you had another amazing season last year. You were first team All-Canadian. How were you able to be so dominant?
Coaches, he puts the pieces in place, and things just worked out the way it happened. Game planning, all that kind of stuff that we do, it all comes down to coaching. So I give all the credit to them for sure. The rest of the guys on the offense and defense getting turnovers, giving us a chance to march down the field, get the ball in my hands. So it's not a single person game. You got to count on everybody else. So I owe it to the team and the coaches.
Last year, everyone knows we had a tough time stopping the run. So for us, turnovers is key. We've been stressing all camp. We got to knock the ball loose, not just picks, but creating fumbles and stuff like that. So yeah, we want to get our defense off the field as much as possible. Try to help our offense.
There's a lot of pressure in football, but you can't look at the pressure at all. And you just got to go in there and realize that football is a game and that it's the greatest game on earth. You all work together and you get a goal. So I know, like I said, we're all working hard, and we have a bunch of weapons that we can utilize. So we'll be awesome this year. I want a Vanier Cup, and we have the talent to get there. And the only thing stopping that is ourselves. I know we have the talent to do that. So the coaches worked us hard. We worked ourselves hard, and I know we can do it. So it just all depends, what we do on the field. And the Sunday is the first step.
We got guys, all throughout each position that are just, phenomenal athletes. And I feel like if we come together as a group and we do our assignments well, I feel like we could have a shot at being one of those top lines in the country in the OUA.
We really think and we feel like we can go into a game and win, and that's what I think. Maybe they didn't have before I was here at the time, but I do know now with the group of recruits that I had coming in with me, we really believe that we have a good program and we're working towards winning every game, and we feel that we can do that.
Before, it's kind of like people were part-time players, they just show up and do their playing thing. And now we're kind of committed to the program. They changed the locker room, everything's kind of been revamped, and it's a new atmosphere that kind of brings us more towards a winning attitude, I guess you would say.
I think we've learned a lot of things from our mistakes last year, especially in that playoff game, and offensively especially, we started to figure things out in the second half. So if we more stick to what worked and we have that on film, we understand what did work against them, we'll be more successful this year.
2 years in a row now, Western's kind of had our number in the playoffs, playing back-to-back. But yeah, it stings for sure, and I think this year it's our time, and once we get there, we'll show them that